8:19, welcome back to Acadiana's Morning News. Rob Kirkpatrick with Bernadette Lee on your pre-Friday.
Yay!
Joining us in the studio from Lafayette Parish Schools, Justin Centanni. How are you?
I am fine. Good morning, guys.
Are you coming off your high from last night? Were you signing headshots in the parking lot last night after the meeting?
I was not.
Okay.
No. But you know,
Worth
it was a good meeting. The meeting went a lot better, a lot more smoothly than I anticipated.
So we have a name now. It's Southside High. As you heard, we just got off the phone with Matt Romero from the city of Youngsville City Councilman. And really, what they said and what the mayor said right after is, you know, we wanted Youngsville High, but we're going to move forward. We're happy that this state-of-the-art school is going to be built right here in Youngsville, and no one can take that away. So Southside High it is.
Absolutely, Southside High it is. And I thought it was great last night. You know, we went through several different options for the name, and we finally settled on the name that I think will work best for Lafayette Parish. And we're going to get moving with building the school.
Mr. Centanni, do you think perhaps that you and your fellow board members and all the people that were there last night should perhaps get a plane ticket and fly to this crazy place we called Washington, D.C., and show those boys and gals up there the way it ought to be done?
How to make a vote happen?
Well, you know, I think the great thing about the meeting was that whoever wanted to speak on the issue got to speak and get heard, and I was just very happy. At the end of the day, you know, I've heard you say, Rob, that the school boards around Louisiana usually just say,
hey, here's our name.
Here's the name, right?
Here's the school, this is the name.
I think somebody on Twitter last night said that when we named Live Oak and Charles Burke, and 20 years ago, they said they just decided that in the back room, right? And just came out and said, "Hey guys, we're building some schools, and here's the name."
Oh, look!
For all the hoopla and everything around this, I think it was a great process. I really do.
You know what I thought was so encouraging, regardless of where you sat on the issue, for the most part, while it was contentious at times, for the most part, people actually got involved in a local issue.
How about that?
I mean, I'm telling you, we need to take our little coalition of real people and drag it up there to D.C. and say, hey, you wonder why so many people want Donald Trump? It's because he's weird and different from everybody else.
That's right.
But, you know, I think it was great that so many people got involved in the issue.
Well, look, you probably need to think about what you're doing if people are saying you need to act more like a school board. Right?
I'm telling you, because that was not the case a few years ago.
No.
Yeah.
And I think also when we talk about education, and a lot of educators will say that what they view as the problems that they have right now is involvement from parents and, you know, people being passionate. And we know the passion was there with this situation on both sides of it. It wasn't just, did you hear they're going to build a new school? Oh, no, I didn't hear. Trust me. Everyone in Youngsville knows the new school is coming. I hope you have enough shovels for your groundbreaking. You're going to need about 8,000.
That's the truth, man. You're so right, Rob. That is so on point, man.
I mean, I feel like I want a shovel, okay?
Yeah.
And a spot on the big panel at the school board.
I'm with you.
Well, look, I think the people being involved, it was fantastic. I love the passion in Youngsville. I love the passion in Broussard and Milton and the unincorporated part of the parish. I mean, like I said, I think this was just a great process and a lot of involvement, and we're happy that the high school is being built.
I'm curious now, what had ever happened? We talked to you this a few weeks ago about that issue. The disciplinary committee was talking about the school uniform issue and changing it to one option for the shirts and one option for the bottoms in terms of color. Whatever happened with that?
So last night we adopted the new high school dress code.
And what was decided?
And so we added a navy option for the bottoms.
Okay, so now there's even more options?
It's fewer options than they have now.
Oh.
But it's more options than they would have had under what was proposed.
Okay. So what colors can we have for tops?
Each school will have
their color.
Each school will have one color of shirt, plus they'll also get to wear the spirit shirts that the parent committees usually sell as a fundraiser.
Okay, and then the bottoms?
Khaki or navy.
Khaki or navy. So you've streamlined the process. There's what your options are.
That's it.
And do it and be done with it. Okay. Well, I wondered what was ever going to come of that.
Hey, it's just more issues, more things that are being done, changes for the better. I know we talked about a lot of times the principals. They are the ones who initially had the concern about it, maybe knowing who should be on which campus and when. We had someone on one time, and I was like, "Is this really a problem?" And who was it? And,
it might have been Joe Craig.
It was Joe Craig, and he's like, "Rob, I'm just telling you, if the principals all have the same, if they all have the same concern, then it's enough of a problem to address it."
Right.
Yeah. If it's not just a change for a change.
If they all five say, "Hey, we've got this issue," then
it's an issue.
Let's go ahead and do something about it.
Justin, how do you feel now that the issue has been settled about what to name the high school? You guys got through the process of the school uniforms. Do you take what happened last night on the issue of Southside High School and look forward now to the future? Do you hope folks get that engaged with other issues facing y'all?
I would love if the public got engaged with us on every issue we have. And we understand that we're elected to take care
do it.
So
right.
we're elected to do it and to make sure everything gets done correctly. Mm-hmm. And so and so I'm happy if the public feels like we're doing a good enough job that they don't need to come and tell us something. Mm-hmm. But I love it when the public comes in and gives us their comments and gives us their thoughts on what we're doing.
Now, you see, I thought the school uniform issue would be much bigger than the naming, or at least maybe as important to folks emotionally as it was with the let's name it this or don't name it this for the high school. Kind of amazing why do you think it got to that point? Any thoughts on
with the high school?
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
You know, I think it was the kind of thing where people are passionate about the school in their community.
Yeah.
And when you're passionate about something and you have an opinion on what it should be called, then you're going to let people know what you think. And that's great. Mm-hmm. That's great, you know, but at the end of the day, it was the school board's responsibility to take that public comment and try to incorporate that feedback into our decision-making process. And I thought the process worked out well.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was very classy of Youngsville Mayor Ken Ritter. When he came in and talked with us, that was Monday that he came with Councilman Matt Romero, and both of them spoke to Rob and I, and obviously the listeners, which is the important part. I thought it was very classy of him to say right up front, you know what, no matter what happens at that vote Wednesday night, we got this state-of-the-art school, the thing that he reiterated again last night, and this is coming forward. And I thought Broussard did a good job of presenting where they sat on the issue. And so for us to have a conversation between these two towns who are both, booming, everybody's got business there, people want to move to those areas, I think says something real good for what we're doing politically now in our area.
The thing is, like, this is the way a republic is supposed to work. We talk a lot about democracy, right? But we're actually a republic where we have representation. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was fantastic that Mayor Ritter and Mayor Longley and Councilman Romero and some councilmen from Broussard got up last night and they spoke and represented what their constituents were thinking. Yeah. And so I thought it was great that they said, hey, here's what the community is thinking in Youngsville and Broussard. We had a parent from Milton get up and speak last night. And so at the end of the day, like you said, we're going to get this state-of-the-art high school. But the name is, and I was telling you guys this before we went on the air, the name is actually the name of the first high school that we ever built in Lafayette Parish.
Okay, so what?
Southside High School, right? So we talked about Lafayette Memories.
Yes.
Last time.
Love Lafayette Memories.
The Lafayette Memories
Facebook page. You need to become a part
of
it on the Facebook page.
It's better than a library.
I never knew that I cared so much about the grocery store that used to be.
Right?
But it's really cool stuff to see. Really cool.
That's right. So in 1907, and I said this at the meeting last night. In 1907, the first tax for the Lafayette Parish School Board built Southside High School at the corner of Main and Jefferson Streets downtown.
No kidding.
Yes.
That was at the corner of Main and Jefferson, and it was called Southside High School.
That's right. 108 years ago, the growth on the southern end of the parish necessitated a new high school. And so here we are 110 years later, still trying to address the needs of the southern end of the parish. And it's because of Mayor Longley and Mayor Ritter and Mayor Viator and their leadership that these communities are so strong and so thriving that we need to address the need and the population and give the children a high school. So I thought it was a tribute to the past and a nod to the future of Lafayette Parish.
I think a lot of folks learned a lot of lessons from this, or at least we would hope so.
I hope so.
And well, we'll just kind of see how it goes for the next big issue.
Oh no, I'm really shocked he's not wearing like a bathing suit and flip flops because it's summertime. I mean, they've got everything wrapped up. You got graduations coming up next month.
He's
and
like
then,
later.
Yeah.
Oh look, well, I
know you guys work through the summer.
I put in my order for my cap and gown just yesterday.
Just yesterday. One more thing before we let you go. 4 colors for a high school?
So it represents the 4 municipalities, communities that are going to be going to this high school.
Loving it.
And the colors are the same colors that are in the fleur-de-lis of the Lafayette Parish School System's logo.
That's brilliant. Brilliant, I say.
The man with all the information behind the big decision. Yes. Southside High School, the next thing we'll look forward to really is the groundbreaking, which will be coming up, and you can stick with KPEL for everything involving that as well. Justin Centanni, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
8:29, Bernie has news, weather, and traffic coming up in 1 minute.